it's Alyssa from RomeWise, your go-to guide to Rome. On today's video, I want to show you how you can visit ancient Rome for free. Of course, as you walk around Rome's historic center, you will see plenty of monuments and sites from ancient Rome, such as the Pantheon, Piazza Navona, and Largo Argentina. But most people, when they visit Rome, they want to include a visit to the Colosseum, which also includes a visit to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. And this is a visit that will take up about a half day of your time. And while we consider that a must-see when you visit Rome, it is a visit that can be a little bit stressful. First, you have to contend with buying tickets, deciding if you're going to go on your own or take a tour, and then obviously there are the crowds and the lines. So whether you're looking to avoid those crowds and lines, or you're looking for a way to see these sites for free, that is what today's video is about. If you're new to my channel, RomeWise is your go-to guide to Rome, where I bring you the best of Rome and sometimes beyond, with lots of great things to see and do, places to eat and drink, and plenty of secret spots along the way. So please consider subscribing and hit that like button while you're at it. Okay, let's get this video started. So the walk I'm going to show you today is my little secret itinerary, where you will see the best sites of ancient Rome, all for free, any time of the year, almost any time, day or night. I'm purposefully filming this video for you in the middle of the day, in the middle of high season, because I want to show you what kind of crowds that you could expect when you do this walk. So I'm standing here in Piazza Venezia, and this is where we're going to start our walk. The big monument behind me is not part of our walk. I just wanted to use it as a starting off point. Yes, the monument is worth visiting, but not on today's walk. We're going to go around it to the right-hand side over there. And we're starting our visit here on Capitoline Hill. Rome famously has 7 hills from ancient Rome. They're still here today. And one of the most important of them is Capitoline Hill. This is where the Romans built their temple to Jupiter Optimus Maximus. That temple is no longer here, although you can see parts of it if you visit the Capitoline museums. But I'm going to show you the views that you can see from the backside of this hill over the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill. Today, this piazza has a very different look about it. It was designed by Michelangelo in the 1500s, and when it was designed by him, the Pope had him turn the facing of the piazza towards the Vatican and Rome. So this piazza originally overlooked ancient Rome, and today it is overlooking more modern Rome. The statue in the middle is an equestrian bronze of the Emperor Marcus Aurelius. The original is inside of the Capitoline museums. Is it always this uncrowded here? Not always, but it is an amazing place to come and see the Roman Forum, the Colosseum way behind me, and the Palatine Hill. If there are a lot of people here, you can just wait a moment and you'll get your chance for a picture like this. This is a wonderful place to visit early in the morning or at sunset, really any time of day. So this is really the best free view of the Roman Forum, Palatine Hill, but there's plenty more to see on this walk, so let's keep going. So behind me you can see the she-wolf, the Lupa. This is the symbol of Rome, because the founding legend of Rome is that it was founded by twins Romulus and Remus, who were abandoned, but then found by a she-wolf and raised by her, and then subsequently came to found Rome. So that's another story, but you can see this bronze she-wolf here next to the mayor's office. The original is inside of the Capitoline museums. On the Temple of Saturn, you can see written Senatus Populesque Romanus. This is from ancient Rome, and you'll see this all over Rome today, SPQR. And here we can really see the tabularium from ancient Rome that's been incorporated into the Capitoline museums today. You can also come around this side and get a better look at this arch. It's pretty incredible. We only have 3 of these triumphal arches left from ancient Rome, and this is really, really intact. From here you have yet another view of the Roman Forum. Here you can see more closely the temple to Castor and Pollux, with the terrace of the Palatine Hill just above it. Even in high season, I find this spot is almost never crowded. So you get a great uncrowded view of the Roman Forum, and now we're going to continue our walking past the Mamertine prison. Now we're going to walk up the Clivo Argentario. A clivo is a slope from ancient Rome, and you can see this is the original road. We've come full circle around the big white wedding cake, and we are now going to head to the Via dei Fori Imperiali and take a walk down that road. So this is the Via dei Fori Imperiali, which means the street of the Imperial Fora, just plural for forums, and that refers to the 4 forums here from different times of ancient Rome, different emperors from ancient Rome, except for one. The first forum that we are seeing here is the oldest of the 4 fora, and this is named for not an emperor, Julius Caesar. He was in fact a dictator. The other 3 imperial fora, which are actually imperial, meaning they are of emperors, are on the other side of the road. I'm going to head over there and start with Trajan's Forum. Trajan's Forum was the last of the fora to be built here, and it was the largest. The column that you see is dedicated to a triumph under Emperor Trajan. It tells the triumph over Dacia, which is today Romania. And you can see the remains of the Basilica Ulpia, which was an enormous basilica under Emperor Trajan. You can actually visit this site as well. There's a little walkway right here which allows us to see better the column of Trajan, the Basilica of Trajan, Basilica Ulpia, and in front of us we have Trajan's Market, which is an amazing site to visit from ancient Rome, never crowded. It was the first shopping mall. This is a great street to walk down anytime. It's open all the time. On Sundays, however, it is closed to traffic, so the center gets full of people walking, riding bikes, scooters, etc. This bronze sculpture depicts the first emperor of Rome, Octavian Augustus, and you can see the original inside the Vatican museums. Here on the Via dei Fori Imperiali, he is standing in front of his forum. Let's go take a look. The last forum is the Forum of Nerva. Now we're making our way towards the Colosseum. We're nearing the end of the Via dei Fori Imperiali, and you might think that the Colosseum is the end of this walk. But actually I have a couple of secret spots to show you where you can see some really amazing parts of ancient Rome still for free. So in case you're wondering, this is an exit only. You can't enter the Roman Forum from here, but we are entering the back side of this section where we can come and see a little bit of the Basilica of Maxentius there. You can see those enormous barrel vaults and coffered ceilings. Also, here's one of the hidden gems. You can visit the Church of Santa Francesca Romana. Santa Maria Antiqua is inside the Roman Forum. This is Santa Maria Nova, because it's the new church, relatively. But you can visit it. It's inside the Roman Forum, but the entrance is outside of the Roman Forum, so we can go inside. I have a scarf in my bag to cover my shoulders. It's not that much of a secret, but there are just never that many people back here. Mostly people are coming back here because they think this is a way to get into the Forum, which it is not. Here we are at the Colosseum. Certainly you can visit this monument up close. You can walk all the way around it on all sides. You can get really close to it without even going inside. I've covered this in some other videos, so we're just going to keep going to finish this itinerary of ancient Rome for free. Here at the Arch of Constantine, just going to turn to the right. And we are going to walk up this road called the Via Sacra towards the last of the three triumphal arches left from ancient Rome, the Arch of Titus. Here is the entrance to the Roman Forum. We are going to pass this and keep going. By the way, I've been up here very early in the morning and I've never seen this gate closed, although I presume it does close at some point, so probably you cannot do this piece of the walk 24 hours a day. This particular view is really beautiful at sunrise and sunset. Guys, on a really hot day like today, this is a great place to walk because there is shade here. Palatine Hill is the one part of the three parts of ancient Rome, the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, and the Palatine Hill. Palatine Hill is the one part that has shade. We are in between the parts that you can visit, and this is a street taking us to a church, which is free, so the street is free to walk up. As we continue up here, we can make our way to the church. You can see along the way the Stations of the Cross. I hope you've enjoyed this visit to ancient Rome, mostly without crowds and for free. I did it in less than an hour, without stopping of course. If you try it or if you have questions, please leave me some comments below. Also below you'll find links to the sites that we passed that I mentioned that you can visit if you decide that you want to go inside, including to the Colosseum and the Roman Forum. You'll find all those links below. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button and see you at the next video. Ciao for now.